Good evening, world. How are we this fine and fabulous Friday evening? Hope you can see me and hear me. That was indeed a thick beer. One you can chew, that's what you want. Welcome, everyone, to Friday night. Aquarium with Friday Night Live. That's the one. I was right the first time. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a fantastic week. For those of you who have finished the week, looking forward to the weekend, and those of you who are still finishing off the week, hope it doesn't take too long. We have, for your delectation this evening, another night of quizzing, irreverent chat, commentary on the world around us, a little bit of Brian, who's a new YouTube star. Those of you who might have seen him appearing on my channel, we've done a series of videos on what will Brian eat. So far, everything. No, not quite. He has refused grapes, and he has refused... What else didn't you like? He sort of refused an orange today, but then had it when I cut it in half for him. But yeah, go and check that out. Lots of shorts on the channel. Going to sneeze. Brian really did love the watermelon. That was today's one. Maybe shot yesterday. But he had several bits of watermelon. Watermelon is just water, isn't it? So, no biggie. Who have we got in tonight? We have the Aquatic News Network. Hello there. Nice to see you, Tommy. Stuart Laker's in from a dry and warm Wolverhampton. It's like summer in Sheffield. It's so warm. It's been in the 20s today. It's 9 o'clock at night and it's still 17 degrees. I don't know what that is in made up numbers. But it's hot. It's pretty hot for the time of year. Stevie P 2003. Stephen, I know I said this last week. Your parcel is on its way. I actually dropped it off, so it's definitely on its way. I sent out prizes for multiple people. I mean, don't get excited. These are terrible prizes. These are not worth the amount of effort you put in coming to this every week and playing in the quiz and all that kind of stuff. But I sent out prizes to Juggler /Tash Live, Stevie P, Zenny McGinger, Rebecca, Adam. That's 5. I'm sure I sent out 6 or 7. And other people. So if you've won something recently and a prize doesn't arrive in the next couple of days, or if you're in America in the next week or so, feel free to be outraged, and we'll see if we do something about it. Some of you will have got this little guy. I thought this was quite fun. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little articulated pink pleco with a pink wavy tail. Now the ones that don't get this are going to be really upset. But what I really liked about this was you have him swimming along and then he goes like that. Oh, I've laid some eggs. That tickled me. Juggler's in. Hey. Apple Creek XG Upchurch fans. Wow. Bryant wasn't impressed with the strawberry. No, that was the one he didn't like. He did not like strawberry. Strawberry and grapes are his two he's refused so far. Big fan of broccoli, is Brian. So we need to get that out. Zach Windsor, hello from the Isle of Wight. Hello, Zach. Nice to see you. Stephen totally believes me, but this time it's true. I did box it up last week. I just didn't. I kind of drove it around Sheffield for a week and didn't send it anywhere. But yeah, I sent out loads of stuff today, even to people who didn't know that they'd won prizes. I had to message Rebecca and say, "What's your address again?" She's like, "Why? What for, you weirdo?" She didn't say that. That's just how I imagined that came across. Hello, can you tell me your address? Why? Because you won a prize? No, I didn't. You did? Don't think so. But I think we worked out in the end. She did win a prize. So I've sent her one. Space Dinosaurs, hello from the south coast of Dorset. Hello from kind of the middle of Englandish. Apple Gal, just in time for supper. Newfoundland, 5:34 here. Newfoundland. I don't think we've had a Newfoundland before. We're going to have to load up maps. This is going to take a while, sorry. Live resizing going on. So, may as well get some of these in now. If you are... How do I see this again? I was going to say if you are from a place, but that doesn't make any sense at all. There we go. if you live in the world, we've been marking where all our people come from. So these are where all the viewers of the channel have been. Still, nobody from Greenland yet. Although that might change if there's a war on. We might all get sent there. Only one African. Nobody from Turkmenistan or Kazakhstan. Can you believe it? A few Australians, a few New Zealanders. No Chinese people. A couple of Canadians. 0 Brazilians. Now, obviously, you have to prove you don't want Brian turning up going, I'm from Algeria, actually. But there you go, yeah. Edit list. Add a place. Newfoundland. There you go. That's you there, I guess. 5:34. Well, enjoy your supper. You've probably gone away now because I've bored you. I'm not enjoying having moved. I've moved my little device that changes screens down to my right hand side. It's usually here, and I keep having to look down there to change my screens. We might not have a postal service in a week, so there's that. Yeah, well, who knows? Well, if Big Chief Orange Head bans it, it'll get unbanned within a few days. Free stuff, my favourite kind of parcels. Yeah, again, don't get too wound up by the stuff. It is free. Didn't say good stuff. Definitely free stuff. I'm sure Liv will let you know. Yeah, but I have addressed it to John Liv Tash, or Tash John Liv, or something like that. So you should know which one it is. In fact, you should have yours by now, because I sent yours ages ago. Based on the shorts and not eating grapes, Brian is definitely not a Pacu. No, he's not. Don't miss-species Brian. He hasn't ever claimed to be a Pacu. Cheers, Brian. And as you will notice over the weeks, these plants they're growing in the opposite direction. Brian is partial to a plant, and if I'm not feeding him enough food, he just turns on the Amazon swords and gets them knocked down. Anyway, what are we doing tonight? We've got the quiz at past. Like I say, we'll have Dickhead of the Week. Cheers. There nearly wasn't a Dickhead of the Week, but we'll get onto that later. We'll have the Eliminator quiz after that, and maybe some music at the end of the night. Who knows? We'll see how we get on. Let me get further down the list. Oh, there she is there. Rebecca, hello. Freshwater Ichiku Park. And late, I was doing coding stuffs, and the coding stuffs work. Well, you've done it wrong then, because coding stuff never works first time. Rebecca gave him an address. Yes, it's a P.O. box, non-geographically identifiable. I'm not that weird, honest people. There was a time where I used to give prizes away quite regularly, and there was a time where people would win a prize, and then I'd say, oh, can you send me your address? And they would do the kind of email or the text version of, like, what on earth would you ask me that for? I'm not sending my address to some internet and the stranger. And I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, get it. Fine, we'll move on. And then a couple of weeks later, they'd turn up on stream giving it, this guy's a fraud, he doesn't send out the prizes. And I'm like, you wouldn't tell me where you lived. How can I send out your prize? Anyway, I've got to stop saying that. I'm doing a lot of just ending sentences or getting bored of talking to people and going, yeah, Anyway, walking away. It's very rude, I've been told. Streamlabs why is Streamlabs doing things? Have I enabled something? Okay. Apologies if that gets annoying. Applegal says, I'm happy today because my 5-gallon beta tank is now showing 0 ammonia, nitrates and nitrates. Excellent. Well, you don't really want all those to be 0. You want some nitrates. Otherwise that could be like a false positive. You could get a tank that shows 0 ammonia, nitrates and nitrites just by filling it up with water and not having anything happen. So hopefully you've got a few nitrates in there, and that's a good thing. A fantastic fish with Lynn says, first time catching the live stream, actually live. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for coming along. We have, if I just check out some stats, we have 47 other people here also catching the live stream actually live, but only 13 of them clicking the like button. We've talked about admin before. The only requirement to show up here is you have to click a button. I'd like or dislike is fine. Maybe the other 40 or whatever it is have clicked dislike. That could be fine. Is there a way to see how many people click? Anyway, some kind of interaction. Say hello, click a like button. You don't have to join, but it's appreciated. You don't have to send PayPal, Super Chats, Patreon. I don't even know if I have Patreon anymore. All those things are appreciated, but they're not required. I should have pressed the cough button for that one. Sorry. But yes, interacting in some way, playing the quiz, chatting, asking questions, telling me I'm wrong about something. They're all good things. Sorry, I've got a frog got in my throat. Whew. Branton says it's Friday. It is indeed. Chris is in as well. Evening all, beer in hand, enjoying the stream. That's what we like. A fun night of excitement. Oh, I'm quite far behind. I can't promise excitement. I can promise randomness. Maybe a bit more swearing as the night goes on. Aquarium Delirium's in. Mal's here. Hi Juggler, just back from Albi's. Got a free looking lesson into his breeding. I don't know what that means. Well done. It's very rude, I've been told. I am familiar with this issue. I've got to a stage in life, but I just don't care. I've given up caring about most things. I don't want to be rude to people, but God, you try my patience by making me go to work every day. You're going to have to do something to keep me interested. It's so annoying. Can you turn up to this meeting and talk about bullshit for half an hour? No. Oh, please. Okay then. And then they expect me to listen for the full half hour. Oh, God. Applegal says, I've added plant fertiliser. I've been seeing it for weeks and now there's none. I'll keep feeding my plants if it's zero. Okay, well, if it's for weeks, you're probably on the right track. But basically, you want it to have there's the cycle. We're going to talk about the aquarium. No, I'm not going to talk about the aquarium cycle because that's one of the quiz questions. We'll be testing your aquarium knowledge in the quiz. But essentially, there's an end product of some nitrates. So unless you've also got loads of plants in there which are also eating the nitrates, then you just want to do it. Stuart Treblecock says, would you get another flowerhorn? I'd love to get another flowerhorn, but I'd want them here. And this is Brian's tank for the time being. So until Brian goes, or Mega Tank 3 gets built, or who knows what, I don't actually know how old Brian is. So he could be really old, but they are quite a long-lived species. So I'm hoping he's going to be here for a while. Because he was one of my rescues, so he was adult. I don't know how adult he was. He has done some growing since I've had him, so I'm assuming he wasn't that old. But flowerhorns are so social. Is that the word? That obviously you want to keep them in a tank on their own, but I would want it to be a tank like this that I'm right next to, spending a lot of time with, so as I could enjoy that social aspect of the flowerhorn, and he would have some benefit from that as well. So yes, but not until situations change, which might be 3 weeks from now. Who knows? Lots happens in the aquarium world, especially when I get bored and have a whim to go, I think I'll turn this into a fish room. Nothing has arrived, says Juggler, unless the dogs have eaten it. They're partial to fish. I must admit, I cheaped out and sent it like Uber snail mail. So it was like, if there was a third class, I would have sent it third class. I think it was second class, not tracked. So when did I send that? Yesterday? Day before yesterday? I thought I sent it on Wednesday, but it could have been Thursday. You'll get it soon. David Johnson says, can you say hi to John and Barbara who are watching you? No. Now of course I can. Hello, John and Barbara. They hope I have had a good week. How's your rummy noses doing? Have they ventured further along the tank yet? So this is a reference to a recent video where the end of the video, the rummy noses only stayed in one half of the tank, and it kind of made, I got a load of comments saying, is that really a 12-foot tank, or is it two 6-foot tanks pushed up next to each other? But no, I can confirm they are now doing the whole length of the tank thing. Jonathan says, where did you get your liquid rubber from? UK supplier or import direct from manufacturer, and how many gallons did you need for Mega Tank 2? So, to answer those questions in order, where did I get my liquid rubber from? I got it from Liquid Rubber in Canada. I was about to say annoyingly, but it wasn't annoying. So, I got it for free. So, they provided all the liquid rubber and all the other products I needed for free. But they sent it from Canada. So, you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it in the UK. There are UK and European distributors. But they sent it from Canada. And they sent me loads more than I needed. Oh, God, they sent me too much stuff. Which had such a value that the customs and import fees, I'd may as well just buying it myself. That's not true. I did save some money. But yes, I got it from Liquid Rubber Canada. They sent it from Canada. There are UK distributors, so you can buy it on Amazon and various other places. How many gallons did you need? I needed... that much. 1 gallon for the whole thing. I've got another one of these that's completely full. I think I did open it, and I did use a little tiny bit because I wanted to do some other things where I was thinking about making a sump and stuff like that, but I could have easily got away with just this for the 12-foot tank. So anything less than a 12-foot tank, that's more than enough. That could be because I also use this, which is the multi-purpose primer. Now that I'm a rep for... I'm not a rep, but now that I'm an ambassador for Liquid Rubber, I feel I have to say these things. I don't know how much of a difference this made, but I also used one of these. And the whole point of this is it makes the material that you're painting with liquid rubber adheres better, so you lose less of it than... soaking into the wood, for instance. It just adheres to the wood rather than soaking into it, so you get a better coverage. It also worked better on the geotextile, the stuff that you use over the cracks, the joins, the corners, that kind of stuff. On Mega Tank 1, I just used the liquid rubber on that, but whereas this made it go rock solid. It was a bit like fiberglassing it. It was a bit like fiberglassing it. So, yeah, would recommend that. There we go, shelling session over. Although you're about to see another shelling session in the next couple of weeks. I've totally sold my soul over to Hager after they gave me... What did they give me recently? I wanted some stuff that they offered me. Immediately forgot. That's terrible. I've immediately forgotten what it is. Yeah, give me that free stuff. Yeah. The heater. So they gave me a heater. They emailed me afterwards, go, oh, I loved that video, thank you very much, are you interested in working with us again? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Gave them my usual spiel of, but it has to be good stuff, I don't want any crap. If anything, I'd really like some more magnet cleaners. So, you know, like... That's the problem. I keep losing them. This glass isn't particularly thick, and I keep losing magnets like that. I can't find any that are... They're either the ones that used to be good have degraded over time, or they're just not any good anymore. So I was like, I'd really like some nice, thick glass magnets or strong magnets. And the one that when I was searching for, people kept commenting on, saying, "Oh, the Higer one's quite good, but it's like 30 quid or something like that." And I was a bit like, pfft. So I was like, "Oh yeah, can I have one of your magnets? That'd be nice." Well, yeah, sure. What else are you working on? And I was like, well, again, to let you in a little secret, I'm planning on building another shorter rack to replace the kind of unit that I've got in between Mega Tank 1 and Mega Tank 2, so like a smaller rack to put some smaller tanks there. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this little project, I could use some lights. And they were like, yeah, how many would you like? 6. Don't need 6. Thought I'll ask for 6, be offered 2 and be happy. And they're like, yep, okay. So they turned up today. I was like, oh, bloody hell, I'm doing well for lights. Fluval sent me 4 of their Fluval plant 4s. Hueger have sent me 6 of their Hueger lights. They haven't sent me the magnet, the one thing I wanted. So I have to wait until next month for the magnet. So, it is what it is. Applegirl says, it's okay, I understand it. Yeah, I'm always wary of trying to teach my grandmother to suck eggs and things like this, because I don't know how experienced you are. You could be a complete numpty, or you could be a very well-informed person. So, I mean no offence by mansplaining things. Lisa says, hello from Ibiza. Lisa, haven't you got anything better to do? Shouldn't you be out dancing, raving, whatever it is the young folks are doing in Ibiza these days? Wally's Freshwater Aquatics. Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. We are. Lisa's doing very well. She says, we're going to be devastated when Brian passes. I'm glad you didn't get rid of him. He's such a character. Well, you've all got June from Only Owls to thank for that. It was her idea. I'm a sucker for a $20 super chat. That's how this started. He is on borrowed time though, because I have named him, and every fish I've named has died quite soon afterwards. I think he's the one that survived longest with a name. Now he's trying to eat that magnet. Strawberries, magnets. Idiot. Mega 3 sounds good this time, 12 feet deep. Yeah, I don't know about that. The engineering crowd reminds you to please use primer. There you go, I did do. I'd be terrified of doing something wrong and turning my room floor into a huge puddle. There is that. That's why a long time subscribers will know Megatank 2 was much, much more successful than Megatank 1. But that's the joy of things. Nobody's born knowing how to do things. And if anything, I'm here to learn from. So you know what mistakes I made with Megatank 1. I made those mistakes. I learned that lesson. I didn't do them again in Megatank 2. Cheers. And it worked. Cheers. So Megatank 3 is going to be bloody brilliant. New toy for him. Yeah, he's obsessed. The idiot. Waiting for you to get a hold of UNS or Green Aqua and Scape an Iwagimi style contest tank. I mean, I think I'm a long way from that. I do enjoy the aquascaping. I do enjoy planted tanks. I enjoy the greenery. I enjoy everything going on. But yeah, let's not be silly. I'm no aquascaper. One of the things I wanted to do with the rack was to get a few of the smaller tanks and do some mini scapes and things that are more achievable. So I love having a 12-foot fish tank, but there's a very small market of people that have 12-foot fish tanks. So while they might want to live vicariously through my videos of what it's like to have a 12-foot fish tank, they might also enjoy some 2-foot fish tanks. So I'm going to do a little bit more on that. No offence taken. Thank you. Right, I'm just going to... I'll pull up the quiz, because we'll be doing that in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I'll stick the link into chat for you to play. For those of you who want to play. For those of you who want to, like Lisa, scan the scanny thing. There's the scanny thing. Oh, where am I? I have disappeared. There I am. Ooh. I'm in the wrong place. I'm very small as well. Well, I suppose that's a good thing. Brian deserves to be in the IAA PLC. I don't know what that is, but I assume it's some kind of... The International Aquatic Plant Layout Contest. No, that can't be that. IAA PLC. IAA PLC. Investment and Allied Insurance Company? No. Is that a sport? I don't know what that is. Look it up. I did. I still don't know what it is. There you go. There's the link to the quiz. Sorry, I'll get back on that. Lisa's happy. She likes to scan the scanny thing. So there are 15 of you in. We'll start the quiz in a few minutes. There are a mixture of general knowledge, fishy questions even, current events, and random trivia. If you have played already, so the way this works is it's 20 questions. You get points for each of the questions. We add up all your points over the month, and whoever wins at the end of the month at some point in the future gets a underwhelming prize. So the underwhelming prizes are for the last couple of months are winging their way across the world as we speak. You too could win an underwhelming prize. But yes, once more, for those at the back, there is the link. For those of you that want to play, we'll do this. The IAA PLC is the first one. Oh, right, so it is the aquascaping thing. Fair enough. Yeah, Brian could enter that, what with his trimming of the plants. At least I can't even play. Oh, we'll come off this view then. You can see my handsome face. Ugh. Yeah, she can't play because she's not brought her spare phone. Why would you not go on holiday without two phones for? Question, how come we haven't seen an Aquarium Adventures action figure posted yet? Do you know what? I was sitting earlier going, why is every third post on Facebook or whatever someone as an action figure? Have I missed a trend? Is something going on? I don't get what it is. But I was like, I'm going to have to look up how to do this. I can't be the only person that doesn't do it. I believe that guy that didn't get a selfie stick until they were uncool. That live check of the acronym could have ended the stream. Now do Pen Island. No, I've been caught by that one before. For those of you who missed it, note this for later. This is Graham's reminder about how wonderful it can be to change your water, especially when pipe breaks on the... Oh, that's the Punami. Yes. The stocking in Brian's aquascape would just be Brian. Yeah, I'd love to see Brian in a tiny little tank with some plant stocks next to him with a smug grin on his face. Or, and more truthfully, a derpy look on his face. ChatGPT have an action figure generator. Alright. So behind it, I work in AI as well, I should know this. The AI art action figure trend, it'll be over in 5 minutes. Well, I best get on with it quickly then. Alright, I don't know if we'll be doing that live. We might try that later when we run out of things to do. Alright, are we about ready? We've reached the half-past stage. Adam says, people who don't get two phones have never had a company-issued phone in a text group of hockey buddies. Yeah, it used to be you don't have two phones unless you're a drug dealer, and then it became mandatory that you had to be an IT bro to have two phones. And then all the IT people went to phones with two SIM cards and just had one phone. Now they're going the other way. You've seen this trend for phones that only phone. You've got lots of... I'm trying to think of a better word than wanker. There's lots of wankers that are like proudly showing off their phones that only do phones while on a Teams call on a laptop, and you're like... right, okay, sorry. We are ready for quiz. I'm going to have to move my little buttony thing because it's not enjoying where it is. I'm going to start the countdown. We've got 21 players tonight. I wish you all the best of luck. Remember, questions 10 and 20 are gambling questions. Do a Graham-Ina action figure. Oh dear. Good luck, everybody. Question number 1. Fun with flags. Whose flag is this? Is that a Finnish flag, a Norwegian flag, a Danish flag, or a Dutch flag? An easy one for Jack. There's another easy one for Jack later as well. I've said too much. Most of you think it's Finland. It is indeed Finland. Well done, most of you. I keep meaning to put backing music on for this part. I'm not going to do it now. The Finnish flag is checkered. Sorry. I enjoy a good dad joke like the best of us. Who was fastest? Jack Tank was fastest. Joint fastest with Juggler. On 91 points. Question number 2. The word safari is derived from a Swahili word meaning desert, home, journey, or truth. Safari is derived from a Swahili word meaning desert, home, journey, or truth. Geography and flags, just for use any. Question 1 will forever be a flag question. What do we think? Do we think it's dessert? Is it pudding, the hoose, journey, or truth? It's journey. Of course it is. Brian up into first place. I really need to stop sounding so surprised when that happens. Brian up into first place. Well done, Brian. Question number 3. Which of these African felines is known as a caracal? I'm quite heavy on the Africa this week. I didn't realise that. Which of these is a caracal, or a caracal, or a caracal? Anyway, is it a caracal, a cheetah? Sorry, no. Oh, some think A, some think... I was about to say 3. C. Some think D. The caracal is a medium-sized wildcat native to Africa, the Middle East, Central Asia, and parts of India. Its distinctive features include long legs, a short face, large tufted ears. That should be the giveaway. A reddish coat, nicknamed the Desert Lynx, known for its incredible leaping abilities. It was A, the caracal. Coopstack Hughes with 241 points. Error 404 in second place with 237 points, and JDT28 with 234 points. Question number 4. Which of these is not a franchise setting the crimes for the crime? Easy for me to say. Which of these is not a franchise setting in the crime series CSI? Is it Chicago, Las Vegas, Miami, or New York? Is it CSI Chicago, CSI Las Vegas, CSI Miami, or CSI New York? Brian says, it's okay. I surprise myself sometimes. 14 of you going for CSI Chicago being the bogus one, and you are correct. It is indeed CSI Chicago. Coopstank House, Error 404 and JDT all remaining in the top 3 because they all got that one right. Question number 5. The Masters was one of golf's 4 majors. Which one isn't another one? The Masters, of course, the golf tournament going on right now. Which one isn't a major? Is it the Open, the US PGA, the US Open, or the Ryder Cup? 3 of them are the other 3 majors. One of them is a bogus one. What do you think, folks? Two of you think the Open, the oldest of all the competitions, is not a major. It is a major. 6 of you think the US PGA isn't a major. I mean, you're kind of right in that it shouldn't be because it's the rubbishest one. But it is in fact a major. 3 of you think the US Open isn't a major. It is a major. That leaves the Ryder Cup is not a major. That's a team event. 12 of you are correct. Did you say Masters or Marsters? Bath or Bath? I say Masters. And Bath. And grass. Not Masters. Bath and grass. Mandy's low-key shocked that you got that right. Did Stephen get that one right? I know he loves these sports ball questions. He did not get that one right. Question 6. Which chili pepper ranks highest on the Scoville scale? Out of these 4, the habanero, the cayenne, the jalapeno, or the bird's eye chili? Which of those is the highest ranked on the Scoville scale? Habanero, cayenne, jalapeno, or bird's eye? Slanjava. Cheers. Cheers. Fourteen of you have gone for habanero, 1 cayenne, 1 jalapeno, and 7 bird's eyes. Brian has no clue. It does go in order of spiciness: jalapeno, cayenne, bird's eye, and then habanero. Brian back in first place. Gourmet, or Grammy Gourmet in second place. Coopstank House in third. Question number 7. Why did the inventor name the computer mouse a mouse? Is it A, because it looked like a mouse? B, it's an acronym for manually operated user selection equipment? C, it was his nickname? Or D, because a keyboard was originally called a cat? I've given you a few extra seconds because this is a particularly wordy question. But why did the inventor of the computer mouse call it a mouse? Nerd question alert, says Juggler. Be interesting to see what people go for here. So, the live answers are 5 people have gone with because it looks like a mouse. 16 people have fallen for the trap of thinking it's an acronym for manually operated user selection equipment. 1 person thought it was his nickname, and 1 person thought keyboards were originally called cats. The answer is because it looked like a mouse. Lame. It's not lame. You've all learned something. Do you know there's a thing called... so this is lame. And printing, scanning, emailing, all that kind of stuff. There's a wee cat in my garden. A new cat. I've not seen that one before. Sorry. There's a thing called Twain drivers. So, like, printers use drivers to print. Scanners use them to send information from turning things from images to text to data and vice versa. And they use Twain drivers. And Twain stands for technology without an interesting name. There you go. That's interesting. Anyway, Brian got that one right. As did Gas Mask. There must have been more of you. Oh, I've skipped one. Brian, Gas Mask. Who else got it right? Error 404. Give points to Brian and Stevie P. Question number 8. Native to Africa, the what is the fastest recorded land animal? Is it a cheetah, an ostrich, a springbok, or a wildebeest? Well, for those of you who say, your questions are too hard. Aquatic Moose, well, hello everybody and welcome back. Nice to see you. Brian says, bring on the betting so I can lose all my points. Even from a sunny Spain, so we've got someone in Ibiza and someone in Spain tonight. Nice to see you, Mickey. Hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope it doesn't spoil your holiday to know that it's fantastically warm and bright here too. Right, wow. In a surprising turn of events, not everyone has gone for cheetah. I thought this would have been a fastest finger question. It is indeed cheetah. We will now shame everyone who didn't choose cheetah. Wait for the finger slipped cat stood on my keyboard. John N, SJH, and Zach's cats all stood on their keyboards. Question 9. Metinus argentus is a fish more commonly known as Oscar, arowana, tiger barb, or silver dollar. Metinus argenteus. Yeah. Is that an Oscar, an arowana, a tiger barb, or a silver dollar? Now, got me feeling bad here because that is clearly a picture of an Oscar. I'm not known for putting the pictures of the correct answer up. 12 of you have gone for it. But in this case, it is the wrong answer because it's a silver dollar. Brian went with D because normally the picture is to confuse you. Brian, you have learned well. Right, currently Brian is in the lead by about 80 points or so over JDT. But all the way down to like the top 10 are easily within striking distance, top 15 even. But remember, don't lose hope. You can always make up some points. A couple of 100 points today could be the difference between first place and second when you get to the end of the month. This is your betting question, so remember you're going to gamble some of your points. If you don't gamble any points, you can't win any points, but you also can't lose any. So it's up to you what you do. Here comes your cryptic clue. Oh, that could be a t-shirt. It's up to you what you do. Here comes your cryptic clue. This one is Fishy. What could that mean? Aquatic Miss doing toilet humour. What do Nitrobacter do in the aquarium nitrogen cycle? Do they feed on nitrate producing nitrate? Do they feed on nitrate producing oxygen? Or do they feed on ammonia producing nitrite? Or do they just kind of hang about generally being chill? What do Nitrobacter do in the aquarium nitrogen cycle? Yeah, Apple Gal. It's one for me. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. It's too early on. Give away too many clues. So what do we think? Most of you think they feed on nitrite producing nitrate. One person thinks they feed on nitrate producing oxygen, and two people think they feed on ammonia producing nitrite. But nobody thinks they're just going to hang around generally being chill. The correct answer is A. They feed on nitrite producing nitrate. Thank you for subscribing, Donny Hill, whoever you are and wherever you are. Oh, Rebecca's come back. Just discussing with my partner a third 200-litre tank might not be worth it, the current renting situation. I've done fish questions and everything just for you. Not really. You'll just have to buy a house. That's all there is to it. Right, question... No, we have to have a look and see who has made the points there. JDT28 with over 1,000 points. If you get in quick, Rebecca, there could be some more quiz questions to do with fish that you could score some points in the second half. Stevie P lost that one. What's happened there? Oh, I picked the wrong one. I picked ammonia. Oh dear. Give points to Brian. Space Dinosaurs has got 600. Texas Tom's 400. Apple Gal. Well done getting that one right, Apple Gal. I keep missing the top 10 because I look away from the screen. Juggler's up to 5th, ready in striking distance. Zenny's in 7th in striking distance. Oh, this could go anywhere. Right, question 11. Which Alfred Hitchcock horror film features a terrified Tippi Hedren on the poster? Is it North by Northwest? Is it Notorious? Is it Psycho? Or is it The Birds? Massive clue in the picture if I tell you that is Tippi Hedren. Have you seen that thing in the UK where they've got like some kind of, it's like is it a red kite or some kind of buzzard that's been attacking people, attacking bald men over 40 in a town in England? I'm like, ooh, which one? Make sure I don't go. Anyway, most of you think it's The Birds because of the picture with the birds, and most of you are correct. Jonathan says, thanks for the hint, 5 seconds too late. Sorry. JDT retains his lead over Gourami Gourmet and Error 404 in third. Peter Fish. Harris Hawk, that's the one. Yes, a Harris Hawk just been attacking very specific demographic of people in this one town. How you doing, Peter? Nice to see you. We're in the middle of the quiz. Feel free to join in. Question number 12. How would or should you orally address an archbishop? Is it Your Highness? I know I've spelled Highness wrong there. I assume I've spelled it correctly. Your Grace, Your Honour, or Your Excellency? I know most of us would just say, sup. But how should you address them? How should you address an archbishop? Your Highness, Your Grace, Your Honour, or Your Excellency? Most of you think it's Your Grace. It is. It is. When that has done what? Very little to the top. Juggler's moved up to 4th place. Zenny remains in 7th. Laurie Carry Days up to 20th, having joined halfway through. That's impressive. Where's Brian? Brian's down at 23rd. An early leader down to 23rd. Ouch. Question number 13. In Braille, which letter consists of a single dot? Is it A, Z, or Z for the Americans, O, or Q? A, Z, O, Q. Lisa thinks it's A. I really should have just done A, B, B, C, C, D, D. That would have been funny. Or I should have done A, D, B, C, C, B. I'm thinking out loud now. So most of you think it's A. It is indeed A. Well done, everyone. JDT takes the top spot. Or already had the top spot, I think. Sorry. But it is close. It's like 60 points between him and Galloping Gourmet. No, Gourami Gourmet. Juggler. That one tickled me. I once saw a "Don't touch hot" sign in Braille. Cruel bastards. Ah, dear. Question number 14. What does IP stand for in IP address? Nerd alert. Cheers. Nerd alert. Is it Internet Protocol, Inside Pointer, Intelligent Probe, or does it not stand for anything? Does it not mean anything? Right, people, show your geekiness. Well, all I can say is, you lot call me a nerd, and 91% of you knew that one so quickly. It is indeed Internet Protocol. So the people who got that one wrong should be proudest. Well done, Jamie. Well done, Zach. Question number 15. Lisa, you only knew because I've done it before. Right, okay. So you've learned, though. That's good. Question 15. Which US city does O'Hare Airport serve? Is that Chicago, Dallas, Denver, or Seattle? Is it Chicago, Dallas, Denver, or Seattle? I don't do computers, I just cry when they don't work, and never have had so much joy when they do work. That's like you've described my job. I serve people like you that just don't understand them, just want them to work, don't care about any of the innards. And they don't work. Have you seen that meme where everything's working fine, why am I paying the IT department so much? And then something breaks and it's like, why am I paying the IT department so much? Anyway, I've done it again. Anyway, I'm bored of talking about this. Anyway, changing the subject. The top 3 remain static. as we go into question number 16. I did tell you the right answer was Chicago, didn't I? Sorry. It was Chicago. Question 16. What is the official language of Chad? Is it French, English, Portuguese, or Danish? What is the official language of Chad? That's not Chad, who lives down the street, who's from Somalia. That's Chad the country. Brian thinks he might have got that one wrong, and it might actually be Danish. Brian, you would be the only one, because no one has gone for Danish. 16 people have gone for French, 2 for English, and 5 for Portuguese. It is indeed French. My fish tank's aquatics. Hello, fishy folks. Hello yourself. Hope you're well. It's in Africa, therefore it must be French. Your logic serves you well. The top 3 all getting it right again. Keeping Juggler out of the top 3. Question number 17. What aquarium company produces the products Melifix and Pimifix? Now, Rebecca, I'm expecting you to get this one straight away, and anyone who's watched her video today to get this one straight away. Is Melifix and Pimifix the creations of Tetra, Waterlife, Esha, or API? Three people think Tetra, 3 people think Waterlife. So 6 people should go and watch Rebecca's latest video, because the answer is... In fact, you don't even need to watch the video, just look at the thumbnail. The answer is API. It was something I wanted to talk about, this one, because it's one of those subjects where I've had this fixation in my head that I just immediately think, right, the word Melifix has been used, so I'm going to shut down, not listen to any more words that are coming out of your mouth, just assume everything is wrong, and move on to the next person. Because I've always had that thing about, if the product has fix in the name, they're trying too hard. Doesn't mean that it doesn't do anything good, just that they're trying too hard. Anyway, sorry. There you go, Mandy's posted the link for once you've watched this stream in its entirety, you can go and watch that. So, what's that done? Oh, Grammy Gourmet did not get that one. Ouch. Juggler moves up into 3rd. Hang on. Who was in 3rd? Oh, Error 404 did not get it either. Wow, 2 of the top 3 didn't get it. Here we go, question number 18. What are you afraid of if you suffer from pyrophobia? Is it fire, meat-filled pastry, pirates, or glass? I'll give an extra 100 points to anyone who can tell me why one of those answers is funnier than the others. There you go. I can say that, okay, so live answers. Everybody, apart from one person, has gone with fire, but if anyone can tell me why sea pirates is funny, you get an extra 100 points. Or what show that's from. But the answer is fire. Why glass? So So, answer option D, when I can't think of anything else, is often, what could it possibly be? In this case, in this country anyway, we have Pyrex dishes. They're like heat-proof, shatterproof, cooking utensil dishes. Like glass bowls, glass jugs, glass things that you can put in the oven, you can put in the dishwasher, you can do what you want with. Pyrex. I assume because they're like heat-treated glass, so therefore they don't shatter and stuff. Pyrex, yes, that's why I went with that one. Mighty Bush says the Aquatics Newsnet. No, not the Mighty Bush. It's from Phoenix Nights, so a Peter Kay thing that was on in the early 2000s or something like that, where they're having a pub quiz, much like this, and I just happened to watch it. It was on the other night, and I thought, I'm definitely going to have to use that as one, where the question, they're doing the quizmaster inside, and it's going, what are you afraid of if you suffer from pyrophobia? And everyone's like, fire, yep, fire. And everyone's going, yeah, fire. And the smart guy's going, it's from the Latin, pyro means fire, so it's fire. And then the two bouncers are outside going, I know this one, pirates. I'm not doing it justice. It's funnier in the show, but... So anyway... the top three remains unchanged after that lame attempt at a joke. And we move on to the penultimate question, question 19. From what movie based on classic literature starring Leonardo DiCaprio does this GIF, it's not a GIF, originate? Is it To Kill a Mockingbird, Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice, or The Great Gatsby? What GIF, or GIF if you're an idiot, is this movie from? To Kill a Mockingbird, Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice, or The Great Gatsby? I've been on a bit of a movie thing, yes, Brian. A lot of the Eliminator is movie based. That's from Wolf of Wall Street. It isn't. And 22 other people agree with me. It's from The Great Gatsby. I still say GIF like Jif, the cleaning product, which is now Sif. Yeah, you're right. That's GIF. Not getting into this. The stupid creator of the GIF says GIF, but he's wrong. Yeah, exactly. So I don't care what he says. The G is for graphical. G, not J. Idiot. Just because you create something doesn't mean you're not an idiot. Right, before we go into the final question, which is another betting question. Oh, JDT missed that one. Yeah, it's tight. Depends on the final question, how the betting goes. So remember, this is another gambling question. Bet what you want to bet. Good luck, everybody. Here comes your rubbish cryptic clue. Identify something in the animal kingdom. What could that be? The correct answer is what I say it is. What is an Appaloosa? Is it a dog, a horse, a pig, or a duck? I'm pretty sure the GIF guy said it was GIF just to be annoying. What is an Appaloosa? Is it a dog, a horse, a pig, or a duck? Nabo thinks the picture is a lie. Nano Reefer, the Spider Keeper, all my points have gone. This seems to be an easy question to people from a certain background. So I had never heard of this before. Juggler has played Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, so I know this one. Right, what do we think it is? The live results. Wow, almost everyone has gone for horse. Clearly a duck. Of course, it's a horse. So, it's about how brave you were with your gambling. Here we go. The winners are, in reverse order, in third place, Juggler with 3,166 points. In second place, Gourami Gourmet with 3,298 points. And in first place, JDT with 28 points. JDT 28 with 3,438 points. Congratulations, everyone. Well done. It was indeed a horse. It was even a fancy horse. What did I say it was called? An ala something? Appa? Appaloo. It's one of them. Just looks like a normal horse to me. But anyway, we've now reached that point in the evening where we do Tommy's favourite thing and do some live spreadsheeting. Boop, boop, boop. Where we delete that. We copy that. What was that noise? Somebody's done something. We copy that, move that, open that. Week 2. That means April looks like this. Juggler has moved into first place ahead of Error 404 with nigh on 100 points. 80 points even. Zenny's up to third. Coopstank's House is up to fourth. John SGH, Brian in seventh. JDT 28 in eighth. Gourami Gourmet in ninth, and 10th place is Texas Tom. Slanjivar. Cheers. Someone has messaged me. That's what that noise was. Let's see. Oh God. Oh God. Stephen has been busy in the background. Oh. So, sorry. Well done, JDT. That got you into... Oh, wait till you see this. That is disconcertingly... Oh, right, okay, hang on. Well done, everyone. I just have to share you this. Stephen obviously gave up on the quiz and made me my very own action figure, Mega Tank Graham, with hard quiz questions, some beer, some discus, a one-chip challenge, and liquid rubber. Oh, that is fantastic. Now I know why these people are having so much fun with this. It's even captured my disinterested look, which I find... Oh, and I was going to say the slightly greying beard, but the very greying beard. Oh, you've done me over like a kipper there. Thank you, Stephen. That was the work of Stephen. Now, if I can get that as an STL file and we can 3D print it. Oh. I'm just going to have to copy that, actually. That was funny. That's all from that screenshot. Wow, that's good, isn't it? I'm just going to have to send this to my wife. She will appreciate that. Huh? Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh god. Discard. That's amazing. Uh, right, sorry. I've now immediately lost track of chat because that threw me off slightly. One stupid question wrong and I come 20th. Unlucky, Brian. You were doing so well there too. They're lovely, but as an adult, I actually prefer heavy breeds. I've kind of decided I really want a Suffolk punch. So I must steer away from horse questions when Rebecca's playing the quiz. Brian's in the top 10 for the month. Whoop whoop. I'll be very sad if you don't give my points to Brian. Well, if Brian comes close to winning, we might donate some of your points. Revise your chocolates and bunny trivia for next week, folks. Yeah, I almost included some Easter questions today. I thought, no, it's next week. Let me include all those ones. What country introduced the Easter bunny to America? Is that Germany, I hear you say? That might be a question next week. I have a soft spot for cobs myself. I used to have a piebald. You could just making up words here. That's the business. Is the expression that I need to know where I can buy that. I could make it a sticker, yeah, I suppose so. Glenn Griffin says hello from Ohio. Hello from Ohio. Right, sorry, we need to get the map back up. I don't think we have any Ohioans in before. Add a place. Ohio, USA. Oh, we had someone close to Ohio. Oh no, I think you're the only one. The fridge magnet. Yeah, I'd love to have a fridge magnet version of that. Where do you go to create something like that? Well, apparently ChatGPT has just released a this maker, basically, where you can go and make your very own versions. There you go. Stevie P says, go and search for action figure prompt. Oh, that's too funny. Too funny. Yeah, I've seen quite a few of these posts. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. That's why I think Stephen's done it, because I mentioned that every third post on Facebook at the moment seems to be a version of this. So obviously I'm not up with the trends as much as I should be, but that's really good. I like that. Thank you very much, Stephen. That's made me laugh. It's brightened up my Friday evening. So for your next quiz will be coming out shortly. That will be the Eliminator. That's the 10 question knockout version, where you can immediately win a prize. Immediately, in the loosest terms of the words. And any randomness that you want to talk about. So I did want to mention Rebecca's video. We mentioned it as part of in the quiz. It was on Melifix and Pimafix, and it made me think about, in the context of me getting easily wound up these days and getting fed up with people very quickly, and I think just generally getting old and thinking, I don't care anymore, I'm just going to, if I'm not interested in a conversation, I'm just going to walk away from it. It's quite rude, it's quite dismissive, and yeah, rude. I don't ever want to be rude, but I also can't be arsed hanging around when there's no point in it anymore. So it was a video that Rebecca made, freshwater ichthyology. There's a quiz, a link posted earlier on. Mandy posted it. Please feel free to post another one. On the products Melifix and Pimafix, which are essentially tea tree oil. And at that point, a load of people check out, where it's a product, it's just tea tree oil. I give up. So I admit I was one of those people. I was in the, I'll never recommend this because it's trash, it's snake oil, it's bunkum, it's a pointless product. And that's not really true. I think I should have been more specific in my criticism of it over the years. So I would generally just say things like, if a product has fix in the name, don't use it, because. That's not to say that it doesn't have any benefits. So people have used these products and have said they have been beneficial for them, and they're not lying. They have. In certain scenarios, these products can be useful and they can be good, and I think that's the bit that I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed about writing them off so far. And I'm conflicted between feeling embarrassed for writing them off as junk, because they're not junk, and writing them off more specifically as being poor value. Because you can buy a bottle of Melifix for X, I don't know, £10, and you can buy a bottle of tea tree oil that has the same concentration of that for probably £1. The concentration of that could make up 100 bottles of Melifix. So it's a value proposition at that point, similar to my video that I've made recently about the Temu filter. It's not the cheapest way to do something, but sometimes it's not necessarily what you want. If I want the cheapest way to make a trickle filter, I can build a trickle filter out of some buckets that are lying around and a drill, and I can achieve the same thing as buying one off the internet that costs 10 times the price. But the one that comes off the 10 times the price off the internet is more convenient. It's pre-drilled. It fits together nicely. It looks better. It's all these little things that make it. It's not the cheapest, but it is a value proposition. It does work. Whereas you can buy Melifix in a bottle already. Somebody has worked out what ratios of tea tree oil to water to whatever else is in it. Yes, it's more expensive than buying a bottle of tea tree oil and mixing your own concoction, but there's a convenience to that. So it does have beneficial benefits. Is that a word? Whereas I've just written it off as rubbish, it's useless, don't buy it. It does do things and it can help in situations, whether it's antibacterial, whether it's a broad spectrum fix all. I don't think these things are all true, but that's not to say it's a completely useless product. And that's what I've been applying to both my fish keeping life and my actual life, to saying I need to stop jumping so quickly to just dismiss things and say, oh, it's rubbish, not interested in it, not going to do it again. This conversation's boring, I'm walking away, I'm not listening to you anymore. It's rude, it's bad, it's not helpful to other people, especially in the fish world. So now I have a little bit of an audience. When I say things, people either immediately disagree with them, which is probably the healthier thing to do, or they will blindly follow what I say, and that's not necessarily. I'm not the blindly follow what I say kind of person. I haven't studied these things. I don't look up every detail of things. I am just your average fish keeper that happens to make videos. But yeah, things that I think I'm okay to say that things that have fix away no more in the title. There's probably a cheaper way to do it, but what I don't want to say is that means that they're crap. They're homeopathy. Meh. Does that help? Is that what we're going for? I think this might bring us on quickly to Dickhead comment of the week. Oh dear, sorry, that went down the wrong way. Nabo says, how are your hand bruises? Maybe some Melafix on there. Yeah, get some tea tree oil on that, it might make it better. I don't think it's rude to dismiss Melafix. I think those who can fact check don't. And the amount of misleading sources. Yeah, but I think I might have become one of the misleading sources. It was like, Melafix bad, no. It's not bad, it's not no, it's just not the best for everything it claims to be the best in. What about ICX? I know lots of people have had... Yes, same sort of thing. Lots of people have had good experiences with it, and it does work in some scenarios. Oh dear. Definitely got a frog in my throat. Same kind of thing. Yeah, same kind of thing. ICX has worked. Yeah, I mean, don't think anybody's saying ICX doesn't work. And it can work. It's... Yeah, so as Nabo saying, anything that says fix or gone in the brand name, it feels like trying too hard for me. Like, the products that... So, I used to have like a side business where I would make websites for people, do a bit of consultancy, do a bit of any like off-brand IT stuff. I would help people out with that, and I branded myself as, my name's Graham Kerr, so I was called Kerr Solutions. That was the register, that's what I named my DNS name and all that kind of thing. And then I immediately thought, I hate companies. Cheers. I hate companies that have solutions in their name. I've called myself Kerr Solutions. Because if you have to sell the thing that you do in the name of the company, that's just trying too hard. So it's the same with, yeah. So that was my little thing to say. I think Rebecca has made quite a balanced video on that, so it's probably worth going and having a look at it and making your own choices and see what you think. My wife has said she's not sure whether to be impressed by that picture or a bit creeped out. Right, sorry, I've got completely distracted there. It's time for our latest feature.
They've crawled out from the rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead comment of the week.
We almost didn't have a Dickhead comment of the week until a couple of late contenders. I'm not prepared for this, so I have to go and look them up, sorry. Oh no, I really should have thought about this earlier. Most of the comments, apart from the likes of Mal from Aquarium Delirium or a few other notable mentions of people who were trying to wind me up on purpose to see if they could get into Dickhead comment of the week, we only had a few. So number one was one that came in earlier, and I was swithering whether or not to include this. Sorry, let me see if I can just get this over so you can all see what I'm talking about. is, so the first contender for Dickhead comment of the week is this one, which you can see here from Andrea Ash 9615 3 days ago. On was any of my Timu Aquarium stuff any good? Fishroom Files number 4. Might want to look into getting an ADHD assessment if you haven't already. That was nice. What a nice thing. At first I was confused. I was petrified. I kept thinking, how will I ever believe? No. At first I was confused because I thought ADHD was attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Have you met me? Have you seen any of my 700 videos? Have I ever come across as hyperactive? If anything, I would say I'd be the opposite of hyperactive. But Urban on the Discord server pointed out that the H in ADHD can stand for hyperactivity or hypoactivity, i.e. extreme laziness to the point of not doing anything. At which point I went, yeah, okay, kind of got that. The reason I thought I should include it in Dickhead comment of the week is I don't think this is a particularly helpful comment to make to anyone, especially someone who might be a bit more sensitive than me, a bit more fragile. There are people who are clearly fragile who make videos, and there are people who clearly make comments to just try and wind them up. Now, this isn't a straight up horrific go kill yourself type comment, but it's nasty. It's just nasty. Why would you say that in a YouTube comment? I mean, feel free to think it, and I don't know that I can stop anyone thinking these things. But it's a bit like the ones that were like, "You're bald," and I'm like, "Pure bald? Yeah, I know." What are you expecting to come from that? You're bald. You're fat. I know. You have ADHD. Alright. There's no way that comment was made with anything but malice. That was not made out of concern. That was not made out of... That's the kind of thing that only is acceptable if that's one of your friends and you're taking the piss out of each other. It's not a nice thing. But... So, I thought that was a worthy contender for Dickhead comment of the week until... No, not really. That's definitely the Dickhead comment of the week. But we have a late contender in an hour ago, well, 3 hours ago now, from Richard Ellis Jr. on my latest video, the Timu filter. Is this the perfect upgrade to my fish room? Put a Chinese Timu filter on your aquarium at the risk of your inhabitants' life. Chinese equipment often die without warning. Make sure it's not the only filter on your tank. Italy and Germany make the most reliable aquarium filters and pumps. Now, this one I don't think is made with malice. This one I think is made with racism more than anything else. This is also made with not watching the fucking video. My number one hate is people who complain. My number one hate is people who complain about a video that have clearly not watched it. My number two hate is someone that asks a question the video answers. This kind of complaint combines the two fucking things. Put a Chinese filter, Timu filter, on your aquarium at the risk of your inhabitants' life. So, I'll paraphrase for him here. Chinese stuff is crap. Chinese equipment often die without warning. Alright, it might not be made to the same standards as some other things. Italy, I'm going to do my own bit of racism at the moment. Have you ever seen an Italian product that's been well made? Cars, electronics, white goods. They are not known for their superb build quality. Germany, okay, I take that. Make the most reliable aquarium filters and pumps. My Timu aquarium is a plastic box. It has no moving parts. There's nothing to break unless it melts in contact with water. There's literally nothing that can go wrong with that aquarium filter. That's just someone who wants to talk shit about Chinese products. That's someone who owns a business selling Italian products that cheaper Chinese products are outselling them. So, I'm not going to call this one a Dickhead comment of the week. I think that's a misjudged comment of the week. I would have given him something if he'd actually watched it and realised that there's nothing to break on there. In almost every Temu video, I've always talked about the longevity of the products is something that I can't test until afterwards. Until I make the videos, which I do, coming back and tell you which one's lasted and which one's broken. So, there you go. No out and out winners for this week. It's just, that's what I had to work with this week.
They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead comment of the week.
There you go. We've got that covered. Now we've got the Eliminator. Sorry, I have to reset everything back to the proper size so I know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I missed all those comments because I was doing that. Lisa says, "Yay! DCOTW!" A video idea request from Chris. I don't see. Oh, which ones do you recommend or use? Medications? It's a tricky one because I tend not to recommend medications. I tend not to. I got a lot of questions on my recent video where I had 100 extra fish added to Mega Tank. Loads of people saying, "What medications do you use in your quarantine?" I don't. I only use medications when something is ill. I try not to use preventative things other than worming. I will worm preventatively, but I don't feel confident enough recommending medications because I don't think I really understand or know them well enough. I could go and look it up, I could do the work and put the effort in and all that kind of thing, but it's easier to spend a $5 on Temu and get a video idea. But it seems like it's a sticky area for me. It's not my niche. The medication and talking authoritatively about medications isn't really my thing. But yeah, maybe one day I'll talk about the things that I do use, and it'll be from the point of view of things that I use that work and I'm happy with. Was it Brian? Did Brian try to make Brian? I have given Brian a persona. If you've seen any of the shorts of him treating me as the idiot human that feeds him things that aren't nice. or is it that Brian you meant? All right, okay. Just being helpful. Yeah, maybe that's it. Can I remove them for you? No, I don't need any moderation on my comments. I have certain trigger words which are banned straight away, which I often let through after review anyway. It's not something that overly bothers me. I do think sometimes, what drives someone to make that kind of comment? If it's just an out and out, "You're an idiot and I hate you," alright, I love you. It's just some things they're intended with malice, and there are other times where someone tries to best you. I don't get the whole trying to best me thing. You're never going to beat me in a text fight on a channel I own. Why try? It's a bit like hecklers that try and heckle a comedian at a live gig thinking they're going to win. The guy's holding a microphone. You're never going to beat the main act. On my own channel, I'm the main act. There's literally a button next to your comment going delete, and you will never be heard from again. So why act a smart arse? When the fact that you're going to try and act a smart arse proves you're not a smart arse. So I'm going to wipe the floor with you anyway, should I want to do that. It's just the whole thought process behind all this doesn't make any sense. And that's not me being a big head going, I'm smarter than you. I've literally got a delete button. I'll just get rid of you. If I don't like you, I'll get rid of you. Stephen was diagnosed as the non-hyperactive version of ADHD. Yeah. I did not know that that was a thing until the other day. And that's why I was kind of angry about it, going, they've clearly not watched any of my videos. I'm not one of these, hey guys, ba 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 ba. I'm like, hello, nice to see you again. It pains me to do my introduction. Hey guys, nice to see you again. Welcome back to the channel. And then I've got so many cuts of me doing that, going, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Shut up, you big fat idiot. And then I have to reshoot it again. So yeah, the non-hyperactive version of that, I'm like, oh right, okay, yeah, I get that. Fair criticism. Okay. It reminds me of the autism comments I've got. It seems multiple times. I'm just dyslexic, and my psychologist who diagnosed me would know better. Yes, there are professionals that know things. Yes. I am super sensitive, and I don't think I would think ADHD was the worst. It's not even really attacking. It's just saying you're a little all over the place now. Yeah, and I am often quite a little. So that's why I don't think that one deserved it, because I think it was said with malice, but it could just be criticism. But when you're not sure, you're still a dickhead if you go ahead and post that. You should be more precise. That's 100%, 1,000% a bot. I don't think it is. Bots aren't that malicious. I wish this stream did a quiz where we could earn points. This stream might do a quiz where you can earn points. Slanjivar. Cheers. Italy makes good cheese. Now, I'm sorry, I'm very proudly not racist. Except for Italians. Don't like Italians. Don't like Italian people. Don't like Italian things. I'm not really. I had a bad experience in Italy once. And met some very objectionable Italian people. I've met some lovely Italian people in my life. But I had a very objectionable holiday in Italy and met lots of horrible people. Did not enjoy it at all. So I've always had a bad taste about Italian things in my life. Italians make nice things too, but they also make nice things that are a bit shit. Alfa Romeos. What lovely cars for 10 minutes until they break down. They're not known for their build quality. They're not known for their industry. I mean, second only to Spain for like napping. Yes, they make beautiful things. Ferraris, Alfa Romeos, cheese, wine, food. All these things are lovely Italian things. But you're not going to have a nice carbonara last you for a month. They're a economy of immediacy. If you want some real hate, make a quiz question on your community tab that many people get wrong. Yeah. Siche are not too bad. Yeah, so there will always be outliers. There will be the things that prove the rule. But yeah. Shoes. Now there's the thing. So Italian suits, Italian. I was about to launch into some kind of thing which relied on me being a voice of reason on fashion. He says, sitting in the main T-shirt that he got gifted some time ago. Italian clothing, tailoring, is known for fashion, whereas you take your Italian suit, your Gucci suit, and you take your Savile Row suit. The Savile Row suit is timeless. It will last forever. You can hand it down to your children. The fancy Italian one will fall apart. As if I know what I'm talking about. Nabo says, Italy, Parmesan cheese, rolling hills, Siche pumps are good warranty, and the wine is delightful. So the only thing out of those things that lasts is rolling hills, which the Italians have nothing to do with. They were just there when they got there. They were rolling hills there before it was called Italy. Parmesan cheese, yeah, it's fine, doesn't last forever. Siche pumps, alright. That's the one thing that proves the rule. And the wine is delightful until it gets drank. Goes off, gets corked. Horrible. They're probably just jealous because getting a Temu filter in the USA today is like 5k. I did have one comment from someone saying, "Oh, that's I really like that filter. I wish we could get it over here. It's really expensive to import into Canada." And somebody else commented underneath, "Try getting it in fucking America these days." Oh, the second comment as a robot, possibly. All right, CJ pumps are all right. Okay, the one thing Italy did well. Timberland's almost daily use, I understood, maybe 6 years and are resold the ones Doc Martens. I used to rotate them. So you need the Doc Martens that are the made in England Doc Martens, because they're the ones that last forever and have the massive warranty, or had the massive warranty. Now Doc Martens are made God knows where. Timberlands are the opposite. They used to be really good. No, it's exactly the same. They used to be really good. Nowadays, I think they've been sold and bought by someone because they're terrible. Trying to best use the machismo mindset. I get it all the time from short angry men. Yeah, short angry men, tall angry men, skinny angry men, often skinny angry women, or fat angry women. It seems to be one size fits all for the whole, I'm going to bring you down a peg or two, sir. And you think, I'll be the first to apologise if I ever make a mistake or say something bad, or you just need to point out that I'm wrong somewhere. It's the attack. I don't like the attack. It's the attack of, from the point of view that I'm better than you. It puts me on the back foot, and when you put me on the back foot on my platform, I'm likely just going to delete you. Which thankfully I haven't had to do all that often. But I'm usually the first to admit when I'm wrong, and I'm quite open to being wrong. I'm quite experienced in being wrong. So usually I'm fine with it. It's like oh right, okay, you've presented another idea. Let me think about that. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Maybe I was wrong. A lot of people just can't do that. That's not in their bag. They can't bring out that, oh, maybe I was wrong about that. I'm fine with it. It's just that, Anyway, we've not done, so we're going to have to crack through this now. Sorry, everyone. I know you only come here for the quizzes, so I can't not do the quizzes. Clear responses. Shut up. Yes, I do want to do that. Copy link address. There's the quiz. I've met many lovely Italians. I think there's just a different culture. Like, we are a struggle for other... Yeah, okay, I can get how we can be a struggle for other cultures. But I went to Italy for a fortnight. I was robbed. I was held at knife point at one point. I saw half a dozen other people be robbed. I've met the rudest people I've ever met in my life. At the same time, I had possibly the best pizza I've ever had in my life. I saw some of the nicest sights I've ever seen in my life. Visited Pompeii and Herculaneum and all these fantastic cultural, iconic places, and they were all fantastic. But the guy, it was ruined for me by the rudeness of the rude people. The loveliness of the lovely people was overshadowed by the rudeness of the rude people. Actually, it's just the English. Everyone loves Scotland. Yeah, you've got a point there. It's just England that everyone hates. Branton says, I spray automotive paints with an Italian-made spray gun that is very well made. You're making that up. I don't believe you. Prove it. I'd take an Italian car over a French one. Well, that's like, I'd rather step in horse poo than cow poo. They're both poo. Walcom is the manufacturer of your Italian spray gun. Okay, I'm going to have to look this up. Walcom UK. Manufacturers of spray guns, yeah. Gravity-fed spray guns from Walcom. Manufactured in the UK since 1872. That's not true, I made that up. They are claiming to be from the UK. Maybe they just claim to be from wherever they want to be from. Walcom spray guns, filters, thermo dry technology, body shop tools. Where can I find the about us? So they have an English, an American, a French, and a Spanish distribution centres, but they claim to be from the UK. The more you know. Our English style suit's different. It's so yes, you get your traditional suits, your single-breasted, double-breasted, then you get your flamboyant suits. I wouldn't say that's necessarily English style, because Italian suits will be single-breasted, double-breasted, all those kind of things as well. I was more talking about your fashion suit versus your fashion tailor, your Gucci, your Prada, your Calvin Klein. Oh, that's a terrible example, but you know what I mean. All those kind of ones that you pay a couple of £1,000s for a suit. That if you spend the same money at Savile Row's and get a proper Savile Row bespoke suit, you'll be buried in that suit because it will last that long. Italians also do coffee. I mean, there's nothing against Italians apart from the rude ones, but they're never the benchmark of quality and longevity. That's all I think. They do lots of things well, not so much that. M. Lebo says, Graham, how's the Testicles tank doing? Would love to see those Congos and Rumnose Tetras in there. Well, they are in there. I'm not going to show you right now, but they are in there and they are doing lovely. It's one of my favourite things of the day is to just kind of stand in front of that tank for 10 minutes. I don't know why everyone doesn't build their tanks at head height, so you don't have to bend down and stoop in to have a look. You can't just go, this is nice. I'm scooting through a lot of things here. Graham's Italian viewership is going down. Good. You're not wanted here. Sorry. You are. Unless you're one of those horrible old women that I met in Capri. You can... It says made in Italy right on the box. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Italian suit, James Bond. English suit, Kingsman. Surely not. James Bond's going to have an English suit, isn't he? Will you add 50 more Rumminos? Well, I've already got 100. I don't know that 50 more would be that impactful. Maybe another 200 might be quite impactful. But I'm kind of happy how it is. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe. A few special fish possibly, but I think I might turn my attention back to Mega Tank 1 and see if we can't get some good fish in there. Because it is looking a little bit sparse at the moment. It's got 1 Oscar, a whole bunch of silver dollars that are looking really cool, and a Severum, and that's it. James definitely had an Italian suit. God, the traitor. Right, we've got 10 people in for the Eliminator. We've got 8 minutes left to get it in. Nope. Presentation view, that's the one I wanted. For those of you who want to play, have I convinced you to paint everything with liquid rubber? No, the man from Liquid Rubber convinced me to paint everything with liquid rubber. I'm already happy to paint everything in liquid rubber at the drop of a hat. It's kind of my favourite product. It's part of my identity now. Our stream's not 2 hours anymore. They should be, yeah, so we're going to crash through this as fast as possible. Everybody ready? Fingers at the ready. They're 2 hours until the after stream party where we sing songs and play games and or go to bed, depending. Good luck, everyone. Here comes the countdown. Now, this one, for those of you who are new, 10 questions, Survivor Series style. If you get them all right, you get a prize eventually. Get one wrong, you're out. You don't really have to sing, Rebecca, don't worry. Forrest Blank thought life was like a box of chocolates. Was that Forrest Hump, Forrest Gump, Forrest Sump, or Forrest Pump? Who thought life was like a box? Life is like a box of chocolates. Cheers. My mama said. This isn't actually said in the movie. Is this one of the ones that isn't in the movie? All right. Well, you know what I mean. 13 of you have gone with Forrest Gump. Of course it's Forrest Gump. Forrest. 2 people were eliminated. They probably fell asleep while I was talking about Italians earlier on. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think the 2 people timed out because they were bored. Question number 2. Which animated film franchise features this dog with a metal slinky for its body? Despicable Me, Inside Out, Shrek, or Toy Story? You have gone with Toy Story. It is Toy Story. So everyone is still in. My mama said life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Award for worst accent. Thank you very much. Question number 3. In which country do cherry blossom trees traditionally signify the beginning of spring? I'm getting like a strong deja vu here that I've asked this question like 3 weeks in a row now. But anyway, in which country do cherry blossom trees traditionally signify the beginning of spring? Is it Canada, France, Japan, or Mexico? You think it is Japan, possibly because I've asked this question 3 weeks in a row. You are correct. Question number 4. When that weather is really coming down out there, umbrella emoji, is that my cat hates rain and dogs, caught in the rain with my pets, smells like a wet dog, or raining cats and dog? It's an emoji question. And you all thought it was raining cats and dogs. Because it was raining cats and dogs. Well done. Question number 5. This is where traditionally they start to get harder, but who knows. Which film poster famously showcases these ill-fated ocean liner passengers standing on the ship's bow? Why ill-fated? One of them lives. Is that A Perfect Storm, Castaway, The Heart of the Sea, or Titanic? Is it Titanic? It was almost a return of Dingbats. There are a few movie questions here, yes, Brian. You all thought it was Titanic, because it was. Question number 6. What is the name of this coastal region tree which thrives in salt water and helps protect against floods brought by hurricanes? Is it river birch, mangrove, cypress, or water ash? What kind of tree is this? You all think it's a mangrove. Wow, we have not lost anyone yet, and we're into question 6. We still have all these people still in. Question number 7. This should weed out a few of you, I think. What European country's Keukenhof flower garden attracts around 1.5 million visitors every spring? Is it Austria, Germany, Portugal, or Netherlands? And what European country's Keukenhof flower garden attracts a lot of people? Those of you who were listening earlier, I said, oh, there'll be a question Jack would get later on tonight. 4 of you did not listen, because it is Netherlands. Open for around 8 weeks between March and May, the Keukenhof flower garden located in the Netherlands is famous for its stunning displays of tulips and other flowers, referred to as the Garden of Europe. It's like a big airport carrier, aircraft hangar style, rows and rows and lots of flowers. There's a lot of flowers. So, Ion/Chris, Brian H, Laurie Carey Day, Zenny McGinger, Gasmus, John N, Jamie, Juggler, and Error 404 are still in with 3 questions to go. Here comes number 8. Able to produce a clicking sound north of 230 decibels, what species of whale is the loudest animal on Earth? Is it the blue whale, the sperm whale, the beluga whale, or the pilot whale? What is the loudest species of whale on Earth? Or the loudest animal on Earth? Blue whale, sperm whale, beluga whale, pilot whale. 2 people think it's the blue whale. 5 for sperm. 5 for sperm. Who's for sperm? Anyone for sperm? 1 for beluga. Sorry, so childish. 1 for beluga, 1 for pilot. The answer is sperm whale. Sperm whales are capable of producing clicking noises up to 233 decibels. Loud noises above 120 can cause immediately harm to human ears. Now you know. Who's left? We've got Chris, Brian H, Laurie Carey Day, Juggler, and Error 404. 5 people left with 2 questions to go. I could do with some of you getting it wrong. I'm not going to lie, postage was expensive this week. Question number 9. Which of the following was not invented in ancient China? Gunpowder, paper making, the water wheel, or the compass? Which was not invented in China? We have 1 person for water wheel and 4 people for compass. Nobody's going for gunpowder or paper making. The correct answer is water wheel. The water wheel was not invented in ancient China. Which leaves Laurie Carey Day as the sole survivor going into the final question. Question number 10. Which of these American authors, popular in the 50s, would not have been considered a beatnik? Allen Ginsberg, Neil Cassidy, J.D. Salinger, or Jack Kerouac? Who would not be considered a beatnik? Rebecca has gone with C. J.D. Salinger. The correct answer is C. J.D. Salinger, which is made even more painful by the fact she's then asked, what's a beatnik? Congratulations! Well done, Rebecca. You have won a prize. It's already on its way to you as we speak. I've posted it out immediately. You will receive it in the next couple of days. Am I going to get away with that? Now he has to send you over. I've just sent her a parcel. This is so infuriating. If I'd just waited until tomorrow. Right, we are now at 3 minutes past 11. At least the postage is local, yeah. Not like the £9 I had to pay to send someone something really crap. So, the whole action figure thing. Can you get them made? Is that a thing? How does that work? So what we've got now is it's question time, it's Graham Goes to Bed time, or it's song time. Either of those things all rely on you. If you don't ask me any questions, I go to bed. If you give me some prompts for some songs, I write some songs. If you ask me some questions, I answer some questions. I'm not going back, but surely we can think of something to do. Tommy says, Rebecca, you rock like a Fraggle. And please say you know what that means. Now, Rebecca doesn't know what anything means pre-2000, and the Fraggles was the 90s, surely. Surely an STL shouldn't be too difficult from AI. Well, yeah, maybe. Just say, now turn this into an STL file. I might change this to like my profile picture. I don't know if I should be proud of it or not. Song time. Song time. Fraggle? I know a frag is a cut of coral. No. This is Fraggle Rock. These puppets. Da 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 da. They had a very famous theme tune. Dance your cares away, worries for another day. Let the music play down in Fraggle Rock. Do you think if I put the Fraggle Rock lyrics into... Oh, there's a... If I put that into Suno... What would you say Fraggle Rock is in terms of style? Upbeat pop? Let's see what that comes up with. Oh, the lyrics do not meet our content guidelines. Oh, that's a shame. Let's just see if we get rid of this bit. Oh, I can't even do that. What if I change some of the lyrics? Oh. Okay, we're not getting away with that. I had a good idea that we could do Fraggle Rock as Fraggle Rock and then do it as like death metal or punk or... It said you're a thief. It did say I was a thief. I tried Fraggle Rock. It wasn't having any of it. So, what did we have tonight? You have ADHD. Do you even know what it means? We need a chorus. I've realised that if you put things in brackets, they sing them like as if it's like a refrain. Instead of writing lyrics, just use the auto and put the keywords and it will write the rest of the song. Alright, okay, let me just try this one then. And then we'll use the simple. What do you mean this bit here? So custom, the auto bit, describe your lyrics. So if we come up with, give me some prompts, people. My butt stinks, says Branton. Okay, that's nice to know, but give me some comments.
Do you have ADHD? Do you even know what it means? What about the robust Italian stuff? Or German, not that Chinesey, Mean comments make my day. Mean comments, gotta have your say.
doorway to chaos.
Do you even know what it means? What about the robust Italian stuff? Or German, not that Chinese you young. Mean comments make my day. Mean comments, gotta have your say.
Right. I've done this where we've just given them some prompts to get them to write the lyrics. ADHD, magic doors, mean comments, rubbish Italian products, and Timu. And they've come up with a song called The Doorway to Chaos.
Like a cyclone race, magic doors take me from place to place. Mean comments find me stuck in a loop, scrolling tight circles in a brainy swoop. Oh, ADHD, it's a wild parade through doors of chaos where dreams invade. Time, you treasures, and Italian flair all fall apart, but I just don't care. Rubbish gadgets shipped across the sea, claiming wonders they don't guarantee. Fingers twitching to write it all down, lost in the madness of this buzzing town. Oh, ADHD, it's a wild parade through doors of chaos where dreams invade. 10 new treasures and Italian flair all fall apart, but I just don't care. These mean comments sting, but I laugh them away. They chase my tail, yeah, they're wasting the day. Magic doors creak as I peek on through. Every click takes me somewhere brand new. Oh, ADHD, it's a wild parade through doors of chaos where dreams invade. 10 new treasures and Italian flair all fall apart, but I just don't care. These mean comments sting, but I laugh them away. They chase my tail, yeah, they're wasting the day. Magic doors creak as I peek on through. Every click takes me somewhere brand new. Oh, ADHD, it's a wild parade through doors of chaos where dreams invade. 10 new treasures and Italian flair all fall apart, but I just don't care.
So this one is a poorly spelt story prompt where I've said, YouTuber who makes videos about aquariums excited about releasing an action figure but wants to remind everyone he loves liquid rubber and building aquariums using it. He also likes discus. And I ran out of letters. Metal and reggae, this is.
I'm the guy who builds the tank so high, with liquid rubber under the sky. I sculpt my world with a sticky embrace. Just me, my disgust, and a smiling face.
just a craze, but this passion defines my ways. Molding wonders with my rubber glue, and hiding cracks like magicians do. Action heroes might be real cool, but my first love swims in a liquid pool. This could shimmer like the setting sun. Rubber keeps my whole world spun. Rubber flows and my dreams take flight, holding the leaks through the night. Fish are kings in this glassy scheme. Liquid rubber fuels my fishy dream. They say, hey man, it's just a craze. But this passion Brandon walks in the door, oh no, here it comes. A smell so strong it could knock out the sun. People scatter, run fast for their lives. His toxic funk could make onions cry. Brenton's butt stinks, it's a cloud of despair. Clearing the room, clearing the air. A one-man army of olfactory doom. Brenton's butt stinks, here comes the fume. Tried candle sprays, even blessed a few scents. Nothing could fight what Branton presents. It's a mystery, a riddle science can't crack. Whatever he ate, it's got a mean attack. Doctors and wizards said there's no cure. His laundry quit, his chair's not so sure. A legend of funk, a story so bold. They'll tell of Branton when we're all old. Branton's butt stinks, a force to behold. Melting the ice and turning air cold. A fragrance unique, like no one has known. Branton's aroma could break through stone.
Poor Branton. Hope he's still here.
Neighbors complain, they bang on the walls. Birds start to panic, trees start to fall. If you're daring enough to hang around, better bring a gas mask to some survival town.
We've got the Action Figure Blues and the Wanderer of the Blue. Let's start with the Action Figure Blues. We'll go for the B side.
No! Stephen P. He had a plan. An action figure from his hands. Aquarium adventures brought to life. But oh no, it freaked out his wife.
Nope, don't like that.
at night, she heard a clink, swore that grain gave her a wink. Steven said, "You're losing your head. I swear he's alive," is all she said. Plastic grave in miniature glory. Oh, what a twist in this wild story. She said, "That thing gives me the chills." Steven just grinned, chasing thrills. Late at night, she heard a clink, swore that grain gave her a wink. Steven said, "You're losing your head. I swear he's alive," is all she said. Gliding under the sky so blue, in the vast where dreams renew. Through currents deep I softly slide, forever roams the ocean's tide. I avoid the nets that reap and bind, leave the shadows of boats behind. Majestic and free where depths inspire, the ocean calls my soul my fire. Silent whispers through the waves, a world of treasures hidden in caves. I dodge the hooks, the iron bane, swimming free, unbound by chain. I avoid the nets that reap and bind, leave the shadows of boats behind. Majestic and free where depths inspire, the ocean calls my soul my fire. The jaded storms, they cannot stay. Their tempests fade in the ocean's sway. I dance with rays that kiss my fan. This is where my life begins. Away from greed, away from harm, I hold the sea as my eternal charm. Through mysteries vast, my story told, of a wonder bold, of courage untold. Gliding under the sky so blue in the vast.
The deep voice didn't go for it. I think if we try. God, my spelling is atrocious. That might do it.
In the silent blue I glide,
not very deep, is it?
In the silent blue I glide so free. No chains will hold, no nets on me. I taste the current, feel the tide. With every wave I breathe my pride. I dance with shadows near and far. Avoid the humans, their strange war. Dive beneath their world so loud. Solitary and unbound. The sunlight flickers, paints me gold. I weave through secrets new and old. Coral whispers guide my trail. I'll live this life, I'll never fail. I dance with shadows near and far. Avoid the humans, their strange war. Dive beneath their world so loud. Solitary and unbound. I fear no hunter, no silver hooks, no cruel steel lines, no twisted looks. For I am the keeper of my own fate, eternal dancer I navigate.
Glenn tuned in late to the underwater scene. Thought it'd be dull, just fish on a screen. But the chat was alive like a bubbling stream. Who knew an aquarium could feel like a dream? There was Stephen P. cracking jokes at the pace. Nabo with facts left the water in its place. Tommy and Rebecca lit up the space. And jugglers' wild wisdom gave it all its grace. Laughing through the waves, oh they're keeping it real. Who knew a tank of fish could make me feel hooked by the crew? Yeah, they've got that seal. Aquarium adventures got a different appeal. It's not just fish, it's the people's vibes. Hanging out in streams with virtual dives. Who needs TV when the tank comes alive? Glenn's found treasure in his nightly high five. Click by click, he's now part of the band. Deeply.
The robots are coming to get us.
Cheering on squid.
A man named Glenn, he had no clue. An aquarium live stream, what could it do? He tuned right in
Stephen P. and Nabo in the chair. Tommy's laughter floating in the air. Rebecca's wit and juggler's tricks. They've got the magic. Catch the mix. Brian's chats had the crowd in awe. Zenny brought vibes without a flaw. Glenn sat back, his grin grew wide. It was a wild and splashy ride. Stephen P. and Nabo in the chair. Tommy's laughter floating in the air. Rebecca's wit and juggler's tricks. They've got the magic. Catch the mix. Glenn tuned in, thought it'd be a bore, but Aquarium Adventures opened the door to fun he didn't expect to find. A crew of legends blowing his mind. Stephen P. with stories to tell. Nabo's laughter casting a spell. Tommy's jokes, Rebecca's spark. They turned a live stream into art. Juggler's rhythm kept the flow tight. Brian brought wisdom, shedding new light. Teddy's charm lit up the room. It didn't feel like a live stream gloom. Stephen P. with stories to tell. Nabo's laughter casting a spell. Tommy's jokes, Rebecca's spark. They turned a live stream into art. It's more than fish, it's a family vibe. A place to laugh, to learn to jive. With tanks aglow and spirits high, they lift you up and let you fly. Stephen P. with stories to tell. Nabo's laughter casting a spell. Tommy's jokes, Rebecca's spark. They turned a live stream into art. Graham set the stage with his tank so bright. Cracked open a brew on a Friday night. The fish were swimming like rock star pros, while Graham blinked heavy and started to doze. Chat was buzzing with emojis galore. Is he asleep? Someone knock on his door. The clownfish danced in the limelight glow, while Graham's soft snores stole the show. Oh, Graham fell asleep with a beer in his hand.
So close to reality.
Typed man down, is this the plan? The guppies carried the stream on their back. Tetra shimmered, a silent rave. But Graham was lost to his dream world cave. Bed of fish posed for the cam like stars, while Graham dreamed of snacks and Mars bars. The bubbles rose
the Mars bars
and
come
the
from?
stream went on. Graham, the keeper of aquatic songs. But tonight the fish were the real MCs, taking the helm of internet seas. Oh, Graham fell asleep with a beer in his hand. His fans typed, "Man down, is this the plan?" The guppies carried the stream on their backs. A man and his fish, but his focus cracked.
Into the future, just think of anything you want to say. A sentence, a description, whatever you fancy. You've got about a beer and a half before I go to bed. Same goes for anyone. Tiger walked into a bar. What did he say?
Graham set the stage with his tank so bright, cracked open a brew on a Friday night. The fish were swimming like rock star pros, while Graham blinked heavy and started to doze. Chat was buzzing with emojis galore. Is he asleep? Someone knock on his door. The clownfish danced in the limelight glow, while Graham, a soft snore, stole the show. Oh, Graham fell asleep with a beer in his hand. His fans typed, "Man down, is this the plan?" The guppies carried the stream on their backs. A man and his fish, but his focus cracked. Neon Tetra shimmered, a silent rave. But Graham was lost to his dream world cave. Bed of fish posed for the cam like stars, while Graham dreamed of snacks and Mars bars. The bubbles rose and the stream went on. Graham, the keeper of aquatic songs. But tonight the fish were the real MCs, taking the helm of internet seas.
We need a genre or a theme.
Oh, Graham fell asleep with a beer in his hand. His fans typed, "Man down, is this the plan?" The guppies carried the stream on their backs. A man and his fish, but his focus cracked.
Bublé.
Neon Tetra shimmered, a silent rave. But Graham was lost to his dream world cave. Bed of fish posed for the cam like stars, while Graham dreamed of snacks and Mars bars. The bubbles rose and the stream went on. Graham, the keeper of aquatic songs. But tonight the fish were the real MCs, taking the helm of internet seas. Oh, Graham fell asleep with a beer in his hand. His fans typed, "Man down, is this the plan?" The guppies carried the stream on their
False
backs.
Sinatra, yeah.
A man and his fish, but his focus cracked.
Christmas Sinatra. This one's for my man. Into the Future 1.618.
Swimming through water that glows like the moon, Electric blue Akara paints the lagoon. Spirit so shy but vibrant in tone. A dance in the waves where secrets are sown. A pistogramma with scales of the sun, hiding in shadows until the fun's begun. A world that's alive beneath ripples so clear. Two tiny fish with stories to share here. Electric blue sparks fly in the deep. A pistogramma dream.
This is definitely Christmas in it.
Waking from sleep in a liquid galaxy where colors collide. They show the world what they secretly hide.
I want to see what a female hard rock version of this is.
Tiny fins defy the silence of the sea. Shimmering whispers, who could they be? They dodge and they weave, never staying still. A mystery moving by sheer force of will. Water bends light, there's stars in the stream. The shyness turns bold like a midnight dream. Every eye watches their unspoken flare. Two wild souls who couldn't even care. Electric blue.
You're not a fan of the new Linkin Park? I quite like them.
In the deep, a pistogramma dreams, waking from sleep in a liquid galaxy where
I think there might even be enough room for a couple of epistle colonies.
they show the world what they secretly hide.
Here we go. Rock!
Electric blue Akara swims so sly, hiding in the depths where dreams don't die. Fins like neon, they catch the light, a shimmering tale in the ocean's nightlife. A pistogramma with a curious gaze, darting through shadows where mystery lays. Tiny kings with a crown of hues, painting the water in vibrant blues. Oh, they dance, they glide beneath the waves, in the liquid world where freedom craves. Electric sparks, colors collide, underwater magic, no place to hide.
away with Tenacious D as a prompt.
Electric sparks, colors collide. Underwater magic, no place to hide. No place to hide.
There was some good drumming on that.
Electric blue, Akara swims so sly, hiding in the depths where dreams don't die. Fins like neon, they catch the light, a shimmering tail in the ocean's nightlife.
I think I broke it.
A pistogramma with a curious gaze, darting through shadows where mystery lays. Tiny kings with a crown of hues, painting the water in vibrant blues. Oh, they dance, they glide beneath the waves, in the liquid world where freedom craves. Electric sparks, colors collide. Underwater magic, no place to hide. The Akara hums in a silent tune while ripples mirror the silver moon. Graceful ballet in aquatic skies, a song of the deep, a feast for the eyes. A pistol whispers secrets untold, stories of love in water so cold. They build their castles in the sands below, hidden kingdoms where mysteries grow. Oh, they dance, they glide beneath the waves, in the liquid world where freedom craves. Electric sparks, colors collide.
This one's been alright though. I like this one.
No place to hide.
Slanjava. Cheers.
Bought myself a pump to calm my mind, but it shakes and sings like it's lost in time. Hums like a fridge on a caffeine spree. Vibe so wild, it's scaring me. Hum and buzz goes my little machine, like a robot dreaming of gasoline.
Yes, ladies, how many of you have a little machine that hums and buzzes?
But I just wanted peace in my quiet room. Its rhythm's freaky, it skips a beat, like a heart that's never learned to repeat. Sits in the corner with a wonky grace, buzzes its melodies all over the place. Hum and buzz goes my little machine, like a robot dreaming of gasoline. My room's a rave with a techno boom, but I just wanted peace in my quiet room. I name it Frankie, my buzzing friend. Its endless song will never end. Dances alone in a clunky waltz, while I imagine refunds and insults. Hum and buzz goes my little machine, like a robot dreaming of gasoline. My room's a rave with a techno boom, but I just wanted peace in my quiet room.
Oh, the AI. Let's see what it does. This is probably the last one of the night. You've got until I finish this drink that you can't see because the chat's in the way. But I think this is going to be it. Thank you everyone for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Blah, 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 blah. Love you.
In a tank so bright under LED light lives a world of calm in the middle of night. Guppies dance while the cories glide, with Graham's voice as the peaceful guide. Glass so clean, not a spot in sight. Fish are happy, colors popping right. Filter hums like a lullaby tune. It's feeding time under the neon moon. Aquarium adventures, come and dive in deep, where the waters whisper secrets that they keep. From shrimp to discuss and tales untold, every bubble sparkles, every story gold. DIY with a Scottish flair, build a pond or a tank with expert care. Don't overfeed and cycle it slow. Tips and tricks in every video. From planet tanks to Malawi shore, unboxings, fish chats, and even more. Community strong, the passion's real. Click subscribe, you know the deal. Sparkles, every story gold. So when life feels loud, just press play. Let the fishies swim your stress away. It's not just tanks, it's love and care. At Aquarium Adventures, see you there. In a tank so bright under LED light lives a world of calm in the middle of night. Guppies dance while the cories glide, with Graham's voice as the peaceful guide. Glass so clean, not a spot in sight. Fish are happy, colors popping right. Filter hums like a lullaby tune. It's feet. In a tank so bright, under LED light, lives a world of calm.
Does AI not know what the 90s was?
Guppies dance. In a tank so bright, under LED light,
What?
lives a world of calm in the middle of night. Guppies dance while the cories glide, with Graham's voice as the peaceful guide. Glass so clean, not a spot in sight. Fish are happy, colors popping right. Filter hums like a lullaby tune. It's feeding time under the neon moon.
Oh, the Disney
Aquarium
princess
adventures,
song.
come and dive in deep.
Oh,
Where the waters whisper secrets that they keep.
guitars at least.
In a tank so bright under LED light, lives a world of calm in the middle of night. Guppies dance while the cories glide, with Graham's voice as the peaceful guide. Glass so clean, not a spot in sight. Fish are happy, colors popping right. Filter hums like a lullaby tune. It's feeding time under the neon moon. In a tank so bright, under LED light, lives a world of calm in the middle of night. Guppies dance while the cories glide, with Graham's voice as the peaceful guide. Glass so clean, not a spot in sight. Fish are happy, colors popping right. Filter hums like a lullaby tune. It's feeding time under the neon moon. Oh, aquarium adventures, come and dive in deep, where the waters whisper secrets that they keep. From shrimp to discus
Liam Gallagher
and
would not
tales
be impressed.
untold. Every bubble sparkles, every story gold. DIY with a Scottish flair, build a pond or a tank with expert care. Don't overfeed and cycle it slow. Tips and tricks in every video. From planted tanks to Malawi shore, unboxings, fish chats, and even more. Community strong, the passion's real. Click subscribe, you know the deal. Oh, aquarium adventures, come and dive in deep, where the waters whisper secrets that they keep. From shrimp to discus and tales untold, every bubble sparkles, every story gold. So when life feels loud, just press play. Let the fishy swim your stress away. It's not just tanks, it's love and care. At Aquarium Adventures, see you there.